According to policymakers we speak with, the expanding U.S. deficit poses the greatest threat to American dominance and, in fact, the American economy. I believe that practically everyone in markets thinks that we are headed in an unsustainable direction. The figures are astounding, and a really bold attempt is currently underway to try and come up with a plan to either limit the increase of government spending or possibly reduce it, which is Doge. CEO Jensen Huang warned of possible short-term supply difficulties for Blackwell chips that might let rivals like Broadcom can swoop in, although Nvidia is down 10% after announcing excellent third-quarter results. Another emerging company in the AI field sees prospects, according to my next guest. Thus, a paradigm change is occurring from this scaling by brute force to increased efficiency and innovation. Chan Pagan is now joining me. He is a general partner at Benchmark, a renowned venture capital firm. We also have Inner Dear Jausa from CNBC Tech Check. It's wonderful to have you both here, Chan and Dear. Chan, I would really like to know if the venture capital world is becoming more active. Are you noticing an increasing number of smaller businesses using AI in the workplace? How? Why? What's causing that? What are they working on? And how might they impact the AI landscape over the course of the next 12 to 24 months? Of course, I appreciate you having me. Investing in seed and series of firms is Benchmark's primary emphasis. Over the past 6 to 8 weeks, we've witnessed a great deal of innovation, particularly at the model layer, and over the past 2 years, at the application layer, utilizing all the advancements in AI models. At the model layer, specifically, you're witnessing a greater advantage for entrepreneurs and technical founders who can push the boundaries of algorithmic innovation as we transition into an inference time or test time compute paradigm. In order to gain an advantage in AI, a significant portion of this investment during the past 2 years has involved capital expenditures totaling billions of dollars. On the algorithmic side, we are now beginning to see a lot more. Greetings, if you will, build on this. What other rumors about a potential move are you hearing? In my opinion, the race for generative AI has gone through 2 main stages. The pre-training or training era, when technical improvements were somewhat exponential, is what Chan is referring to. Every big language model, whether it was Claude from Anthropic, ChatGPT, or Gemini, was becoming exponentially better. However, there may now be some recognition that we have reached the scaling laws. We go on to the second stage, known as post-training or inference, because there isn't enough data to maintain the rate of these developments. This is not at all like that. I believe Chan is saying that you can do more with the current models. You receive more applications. Next year, as we're expanding on use cases for existing technology, we begin searching for those game-changing apps. In this way, the emphasis shifts from hardware, such as Nvidia GPUs, to software and possibly much smaller businesses that are easier for venture capitalists to invest in rather than megacaps with billions and millions of dollars on their balance sheets. Building on the current models and being able to achieve much more can be accomplished by a company with just 1, 2, or 3 employees. The popularity of open-source models like Meta's Llama is also a factor in that. Because they may access the frontier models in a very specific area, compete, and possibly even develop a superior product, it gives entrepreneurs and new startup enterprises the opportunity to take on the incumbents. Could you elaborate on what you're seeing, Chan? Additionally, you indicated that you are a somewhat early-stage investor, so it may take some time until these enterprises, hopefully, reach the market. That's exactly correct. On the application layer, I believe I'll give you a very particular example of a firm called Sierra, where we were fortunate to be involved from the beginning, and which was run by Brett Taylor, a former co-CEO of Salesforce. They founded the business in the beginning of 2023, and their efforts to transform business customer service are very amazing. They are using open-source models and models from the newest model firms in addition to their own proprietary technologies and models. Because of this, the applications they are providing are not merely somewhat superior to SaaS apps. Rather, they are a whole new experience. In addition to increasing workflow efficiency and consuming software components, which has been the general trend in software for the past 10 or more years, they are automating so much of the task that an organization could declare, "We're going to outsource this entire function to this application." In addition to improving the firm, The application also improves the underlying business, which means that customers who deal with that business now have a better daily experience. Imagine this Sierra AI agent, if you will, providing the greatest customer service agent experience each and every time, and imagine it being duplicated indefinitely. Without AI, the experience would not have been conceivable. As someone who is skeptical of customer experience, I find that to be extremely intriguing. I understand that we must leave Chan, but his 15-second response was from Salesforce. There is debate on the street on whether or not this will completely disrupt SaaS. Although it seems somewhat bullish right now, I don't think you would be particularly bullish on these established software companies. In my opinion, established software businesses have locked in their data, but emerging startups like Sierra, LX, LevelPath, and many more that are pursuing big incumbent industries with this AI-first strategy have a ton of opportunity. Today, customers are accepting and using them in a way that has never been observed in software in the previous 20 years. We are aware of what that implies. Are we suddenly entering a technical correction here for any fundamental reason? Nothing about which you've seen any news coverage or headlines. They've stated that they're sold out, Caroline, as you recall. In essence, their income is determined by how much they can currently obtain from their suppliers. Nothing inherently would cause anyone to hesitate, but it's clear that a significant sum of money has been invested in that stock, as you noted. Over the year, it has still increased by more than 160%. Next, we shift our focus to a potential Nvidia imposter. The audience erupted when Broom truly signified the entire potential market for its data center designs. Could you concentrate on Broom and perhaps take a little profit today? However, what must they do to bring this to pass? They must put in a lot of effort. Jensen didn't give a sales objective, did he? We must exercise caution in that regard. He was referring to an addressable market for his kind of semiconductors that would reach as much as $90 billion by 2027. In other words, we have line of sight to a huge increase in what we do. However, that is nothing compared to Nvidia, which analysts predict will sell $120 billion in data centers alone this year. In terms of attracting various types of investors, many were essentially catching up to Nvidia during the previous 2 years. Is a small FOMO trade taking place here? Is the fact that everyone is searching for the next Nvidia something that Broomtown has to cope with? Yes, that is unquestionably a component. Additionally, it may be due in part to the fact that Broadcom is manufacturing and designing semiconductors for the Googles and the. If you require any other changes, please let me know. The entire rear spine of a rack of GPUs is covered by NVLink, and all of the GPUs are connected. 144 GPUs, or 72 dual GPU packages of Blackwells, are combined to form a single enormous GPU. It would be this large if I were to spread out all the chips to show you how they connect. In essence, it is a GPU. However, as it is obviously impossible to construct GPUs that big, we divide it into the smallest possible pieces, which are the most cutting-edge technologies and reticle limits, and then we connect them using NVLink. This is the backbone of NVLink. All of the GPUs that are linked are visible to you. All of these GPUs are connected by that quantum switch. Spectrum X on top. This switch is one of the most sophisticated switches ever created, and it is connected to everything else if you would want Ethernet. Together, these elements now symbolize Blackwell. After that, it launches the underlying program. If you would like any other changes, please let me know. Be 20,127. I think investors will be surprised by